Hi, my name is Rupashri Chatterjee, but I prefer to be called Rupa. It is really nice to be speaking to you today. I am applying to your English language coach vacancy because I firstly am really drawn to your company's way of doing things. And what I mean by that is I really like the way that you approach English teaching as something that is not just about emphasizing and drilling spelling and grammar rules, but as something that is actually grounded in real life conversational practice. Actually, very recently, I volunteered as an international participant at Angloville, where I was essentially able to teach individuals English not necessarily in a classroom setting or in a setting that involved drilling spelling or grammar, but in a sort of real life conversational situational setting where I was able to essentially teach individuals English through real life practice. So, for instance, through having conversations about London's environment and London's landmarks whilst walking through London. Now, I appreciate that the ILC is not exactly the same in the sense that it operates remotely and I would be teaching remotely. However, I do believe that teaching in a way that stresses conversations, that stresses practice, which is grounded in how English people and English language speakers would really speak in real life, is actually very useful. And I am aware also that your company is actually the number one language program in terms of customer satisfaction in Japan. So I know that by joining your company, I would be able to make a real difference with effective teaching techniques. Besides that, I really like the fact that your company actually prioritizes building that professional relationship between client and coach. The one thing that I enjoy the most about tutoring and mentoring in English is actually being able to build relationships with individuals, build a rapport, and watch that support their confidence and support their ability to grow as individuals. Besides this, I think that I would be a really good candidate because of my own experience in mentoring and tutoring. I have actually worked for over a year as a tutor at Explore Learning, where I was able to support individuals with their creative and written writing and correct drafts of essays and other forms of writing, and I'm sure that will be very helpful when it comes to helping Japanese professionals craft emails, craft reports, and any other forms of written correspondence and communication that will be important in a business setting. Besides this, I also have, as mentioned previously, some experience at Angloville, an organisation which brings individuals who speak English together with Polish participants who are trying to learn English. And in these conversation sessions which I had at Angloville, I would be again emphasizing real life English, how English is really used in the real world. And I believe that I would be able to apply that knowledge of conversational teaching to my work at your company, where I would be teaching business professionals how English is really used in the workplace. On top of that, I think I have a really appropriate background for coaching because I myself have a really strong experience of roles in well-being. So what I mean by that is in my university, King's College London, I actually worked as a wellbeing officer, for the History Society, where I was checking in on individual well-being and supporting individuals emotionally, as well as directing them to relevant resources. Besides that, I also worked as a wellbeing ambassador, where I would run a space and essentially welcome people into this space and sort of support them when it came to talking about their feelings, or when it came to just having a relaxing time with a crafty or creative activity. So I think all of that experience with well-being, coupled with a certification known as the Be There certificate, which empowers me to be able to support individuals who are struggling with their mental health. I think both of these things together actually would make me a really good coach, because I would be able to support the individual not only with their English, but also with their coping skills and also as a whole individual. So it was really, really nice speaking to you, and I hope this introductory video helped you understand a little bit about me and why I will be a good fit for your company. Feel free to respond to my email if you have any questions at all, or if you would like to arrange an interview. Thank you so much.